Hello guys, and today we are looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are now in episode 14 of this series, and in the last episode we saw this Persian team being created. We also saw this orange team and just a lot of expansion around the world. If you guys enjoyed the series, then make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and let's just get on with the scenario. Also, sorry if you hear anything in the background, that is my dog in here today. So we are going to be starting this episode in Venice, or in Italy, where we can see a new Venice country being created. This Venice country is the brown team, is going to be called the brown team, and they are just a group of people who wanted to make a lot of money off of the terrain in Venice from the orange team and the purple team, and also the yellow team. We can also see them quickly expanding down and taking the rest of northern Italy, cutting off the orange team from more expansion into Italy. We can also see Sardinia being taken by the purple team, and the orange team sees that they need to expand or else they're going to get left behind, and so that's what they do. They take more land from the Balkans, and now the Mediterranean is becoming kind of really populated. This coast is very populated. Venice is now becoming one of the most populated areas in the world. Also, Sparta, I'm gonna call them, is becoming one of the second richest country in the world, just behind the red team. Yeah, the purple team, they're making a lot of money off of their markets and merchants that are going around selling stuff. And the purple team is kind of like our world's Phoenicians. They're making colonies all around the Mediterranean and profiting off of everything. We can also see them discovering Barcelona and this coast over here, and they discover these islands, and they hop across the Strait of Gibraltar, and they are starting to discover more of Spain. They kind of just wrap around the mountains, trying to avoid them, and they discover modern day Lisbon, and they explore more of Portugal, going up and taking this northern area. And you can see that Spain is not the easiest place to discover, but they do start to make their way through the mountains, and they take the southern portion, and they also discover all of this. And they don't go through the Pyrenees mountains that much, but they do make it up, and they find Bordeaux. I just checked, and it's Bordeaux, not Bordeaux. Sorry, any Bordeauxians. I don't think that's what they're called. But soon all of the Pyrenees mountains are discovered, and soon France is starting to become discovered. It's pretty easily discovered because, it's pretty it's just basically rolling hills. You can see them finding Brittany and Normandy, and they kind of already made it to the Alps, but they kind of try to avoid it. And more discoveries are being made in Europe, and as usual, we can see the purple team plopping down a little colony down in Spain. They also expand their colony. Into the northern coast. Okay, I just had to check, and it's good because you can't really hear my dog when I'm talking, so that's good. So let's just continue with the video. We can see the purple team expanding through here, and they also say, okay, we need to stop focusing on just tiny colonies around. We need to focus on one big colony, and their colony that they're going to focus on is Spain, because instantly when they discovered it and took a lot of land from it, they instantly got a huge bump in population, like 30,000 to 20,000 people. So they really want to try to buff up this colony, and that is exactly what they do. They take this not that much. The purple team takes more land around here, and they start to kind of become the biggest Mediterranean power, other than the red team or the yellow team. They're basically like Western Mediterranean. We can see a country being made over here. They are called the Pink Team, and the Pink Team is just a country that's off of the side of like France and Bordeaux. And the Purple Team, they need to expand fast because their like biggest threat is the Purple Team, and that is exactly what they do. They take more land in France and they wrap around over here in Spain. And the Purple Team does not like this because they think the Pink Team is threatening their sovereignty. So they make their way down and they start to capture more of the Spanish coast, and they just buff up their colony. Not really a colony, but they take more land over here, and their area is becoming way too big. And the Pink Team is starting to see that, and they expand up their exploration fast until something internally bad happens. A green rebellion pops up, and this rebellion is basically just a farmers just wanting to say, "Hey, you're not taking care of us, and we rebel. So yeah, we're taking all this land. We were farmers, and you were expanding way too fast. You weren't taking care of us. You just left us, and you were just trying to compete with the Purple Team." And another rebellion pops up, and it's a blue rebellion. And they're like, "Yeah, you abandoned us. Alright, this is our dear land." And they start to roll over the Blue Team, and the Pink Team starts to roll over, and the Purple Team comes in there, and they're like, "I'm not leaving you, just take all the land," and they take the rest of this. And soon the Purple Team starts invading the Pink Team's territory. And the people inside of the Purple Team are like, whoa, what is happening here? And the Pink Team leaves the Green Team alone because they see them as a future ally. But the Pink Team is no ally to the Purple Team. And so the Purple Team just sweeps over their land and fully takes them out. And in this treaty thing that they sign, they fully incorporate the Purple Team into their territory. They kind of round out their territory a little bit more. In the Green Team, they try to wrap around, trying to take more land to not be squished in. But the Purple Team squishes them in. We can also see the Brown Team expanding up north, trying to profit off of the newly found land that is up north, I guess. They fully explore the Alps, and they start to discover more of Northern Europe. But let's stop looking at Europe and let's see what happened in Mesopotamia. We can see the Teal Team expanding up north, taking lots of these lands. We can also see the Yellow Team going up and taking the rest of these lands that the Teal Team didn't take. And the Yellow Team is starting to not like how the Purple Team is. They see them as an aggressive challenger to their sovereignty because they are becoming almost like as strong as the Yellow Team. The Yellow Team also takes more land from here, and they hop across the Caspian Sea, and they make a little colony right here. We can also see them connecting up their Crimean lands, and the Yellow Team is kind of trapped. They feel like that this area is not as great as any other lands that they could have taken, and they feel kind of trapped, and their people feel kind of worried about staying as a country. And so some of their people take a long journey because they feel like the Yellow Team isn't going to survive for long. It's starting to get to its breaking point. It's not that old. Actually, it's like 50. It's like 100. I feel like it's like 70 years old, which is not that old, but like actually, how long would this be? So the creation, actually, I think it's like 100 years old, 110 years old maybe, and they see that it's starting to crack. These areas want to form new countries. Each of these areas have different areas that they want to do. They each want to do different things, and they can see the rise of the purple team, and so they are kind of scared that the purple team will take them out. And their people are starting to show that by starting to form protests in the capital, and they are just starting to kind of crack. And that is why these explorers go out north, trying to find better lands and a new and better home. They find Kaliningrad, but it's not that good. And they march west to find better lands, and they land in Hamburg, Germany, or modern day, or real life Hamburg, Germany. And they find a little camp right here, and they say to the people in the camp, how about we form our own country? And they also explore all of this. How about we form our own country, and we call it the Explorers Union, or the EU. And the Explorers Union is great. There's a lot of people coming here, and the Explorers Union is kind of the new successor of Europe. Europe is the only place that's had like over 10,000 casualties in a war for like 10,000. Like the rest of the world, which is basically just the Middle East, has only had like 5,000 casualties in war. But Europe has had 10,000, and so people see that as like Europe is not a good place to go, so they kind of stay out of there. And the red team prospers fast, and they are actually gaining speed very fast too. They are growing in population, and they overtake the orange team and the brown team, because this area is just very easy to settle on. But hopping over to Asia once again, we can see more explorers going out into India, seeing what's out here, and India is pretty good for them. They are not dying as quickly as they did in the Sahara or in the middle of Arabia. They are still kind of surviving, even though it's hot still here. They still do kind of feel hot in here, because there's a massive wall right here that just goes whoop and blocks off any, well, goes more like that, and just blocks off any more expansion and blocks off any cold air from getting there. And they basically just follow that wall, and they call it the Great Wall, and they explore all of India. And when I explore a full place, there's gotta be, we can see a gold team popping up in India, and this gold team basically is just where most camps were, and we can see the gold team getting a lot of population fast. And the Persian team is kind of mad about this because they wanted to profit fully off of India, and so they kind of explore and expand out here more, and they kind of try to profit off of it, but it doesn't work as well as the gold team works. And we can see them expanding their territory or expanding their knowing of the world, and they expand into more of this area. I know the Himalayas are right here, but they're just kind of following the area where they can explore, and they just explore out here more, and they take more land. And I'm going to draw up a border for them because I hate how this looks so really quick. And this is what their border ends up looking like. But that is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.